we are supplying a lot of single pieces to our customers. A lot in Netherlands, some in Germany. And everybody at the start always asks me, but single pieces, does that really make sense in Asia? Does that really make sense? Isn't Asia more suitable for the higher quantities? Now, that is what I want to show in a calculation. I believe that gives a much better understanding of how the mechanism works. We put a clear anodizing treatment on it, and the main process that we do is CNC milling. What I notice in Asia is that people normally underestimate the setup time. They will actually have the same programming time, but they will not charge. Hourly rate, 15 euros for a programmer. CNC milling, 1 hour setup, about 3 hour running. So here you see a big difference. We run 3 hours, and in Germany you run 2 hours. In Germany you have better tooling, better ways of clamping. The worker is more used to efficiency. The machine uses higher RPM, which for aluminium is very nice because you can use very high RPM. So that all leads to shorter machining time in Germany. Now, the hourly rate, 22 euros, very interesting of course. So that leads to a price of 184 euros versus 366. So you can make a potential saving of 50%. Just to be fair, this is a price comparison without the logistic cost. Now, from our experience, logistics is about 5%. If we change the quantity to 10 pieces, everything remains the same. The price in Germany changed to about 200 euros. The price in Asia doesn't go down that fast, so it goes to 137 euros. So your price difference is only 33%. Again, excluding logistic cost. So your saving is about 27%. In my opinion, still very interesting to outsource to Asia. But let's change now the quantity to 20 pieces. What you'll see in Germany is either someone going to use robot loading, or one operator can operate 2 machines, 3 machines, so your hourly rate goes down. And your hourly rate goes down considerably because that man is expensive. The operator is expensive. So then the unit price in Germany becomes around 140 euros, and in Asia about 135. So it's 4% difference. Now, as I say just now, logistic cost about 5%. That means I would produce it in Germany. And this is what we constantly see when our customers are comparing our prices with their suppliers in Germany. Our single pieces are very cheap, very low cost, but when the quantity goes up to 20, 30, 50 pieces, it's more interesting to do it in Germany. 6 points to look at when you're sourcing from Asia. Quantities, setup time, cycle time, the complexity of the machines, material cost, and quality control. As I've just shown, very low quantities, 1 piece, very interesting, 50% lower cost. Low volume and very high volume. And in between, I believe Germany is very competitive. Requires labor. It's labor intensive. So if you have parts that require a lot of setup time, it's very interesting to go to a low labor cost country. If the actual cutting time is only, let's say, 5 minutes, that means I set up my part, I press the start button, 5 minutes I need to be there again to change the part or load the next part. That means this operator cannot run a second machine. Now then you get operator plus the machine tariff, which is much more expensive in Germany. But for low quantities, short setup time, very suitable to do in Asia. That also means small parts. Small parts have small, short cycle. Not many complex machines in Asia available, so if your part really requires a complex machine, most likely not suitable to send it to Asia. Sometimes, however, in Germany you might use a very complex machine, and we just use a simple machine and we do a few more setups. That can still give you a very competitive price. But if the part really requires that machine, I believe you should stay at home. Material is expensive, the cost of that rejection is very high. Now, as a rule of thumb, I put 150 euros. I see that they go mark it up. They go maybe at 20%, 30% for risk of rejection. Either know that your supplier in wherever in Asia is very reliable and very trusted. If you're not 100% sure, purchase it through someone who is doing the quality control for you before shipment. That with this presentation, I have proven that outsourcing single piece is interesting in Asia. I've also shown that for certain things you shouldn't go to Asia. You should stay in Germany. Now I know I've given you a very stereotypical view on things. You can probably find many exceptions to these rules, but I would say this is the general trend, and you can use this as a general rule of thumb.